Every chiro and physical therapist I know has some sort of like, oh, I blew out my ACL in high school and I worked with a PT or I worked with a chiro, and that's why I pursued it. Similar to your story. Anyways, that humility aspect of like staying humble and being a human being, even to the point of like, yeah, I went through this too, and it was a dark part of my life, but we're going to get through this, is so reassuring. And you would think like reassurance would only happen from the positive, right? Like, you got this, Mel, you can push through anything. And sometimes it's like, no, reassurance is, yeah, this sucks. And I've been in sucky situations before, and I don't have any magic bullet for you, but I'll be next to you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been in the trenches before, and I'm on the other side. So like, it's possible, but it means we care. Usually if you get into it, it's because you care. And I think people can feel that.
Yeah. I guess I bring it up because I think there is sometimes this thought of like, I'm going to walk into that provider's office and walk out fixed. And like, there's very few things in healthcare where like one visit could possibly fix the thing. Maybe a hangnail, but like these things that are lifestyle diseases, low back pain, being overweight, infertility, in diabetes, like they're not going to they may never be fixed. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And yet we need to support people in that. They still go through that journey. They still have that battle. So I guess as I'm saying this, I'm just observing, like, sometimes that's the role we play. It's not what joint exactly did you treat in what direction. It's just like, did I support that person in their process,
Yeah. I mean, again, we're so like disconnected as a society, as a world to an extent, that I think having that connection and giving your ear, listening, and just saying, I see you. I see your pain. It's terrible. And yeah, I can like hold your hand in this session.
Take it away.
I can't take it away. Yeah. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who does that, right? Like, outside of practitioners, who does that? Like family members, like maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like
offering
clergy. Like, sometimes that's the role that, supporters play, is like, just be there with me. All right. Well, I don't want to end this on a down note. So my last question. Yeah, you were an amazing flight attendant for a while, and in some weird way, I think of it as that's also a time you're dealing with people who are scared, high anxiety, don't know what to expect, and a lot of stuff out of your control. Like, you can't control turbulence, and it scares the absolute hell out of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any insights you have there that you learn there to control the room or keep people, in these very scary times? Anything you learned there that you bring to your practice now of reassurance? And, I don't know if you serve a nice cheese tray or anything with a wheeled cart, but not the worst idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some cookies and bits and bites for after your treatment.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be bad,
No, it wouldn't be bad. That's such a good question. And I'm actually, like, as you were talking, I was having a realization. So one of the most important things as a flight attendant is de-escalation. That is number one. You are in a tin can in the sky. So many things can go wrong. And
no
as
exits.
people are, no exits, like, people are heightened. And if you set someone off wrong, right? People have, in protection of something, killed someone by accident on a plane, right? So that de-escalation is so, so important. And that's something that they really hammer home. It's about making nice and making sure that however that person is feeling, you are taking away the fire. And I think, bringing in a client who's got XYZ going on, everything feels in their life like it's falling apart. It's allowed me to almost like de-escalate that situation for them. And in ways of like, I've been there, or I have a lot of people going through this, and, these are the things that I know that have worked. I'm like de-escalating their emotionally heightened state that's showing up in their body. Because, someone's coming in like tense and stressed. It's getting hard to manipulate them and to move things and get change to happen. And so I think, I use that a lot in my practice, just like that de-escalation of the severity of whatever's going on in their lives, to sort of get them to ground so that we can work to start to shift whatever's happening. And then sometimes I do a safety demo at the beginning of the session. Here are your emergency exits. The bathroom is around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That as much as we're poking fun of that, it's interesting that how would I say it? Repeating a process is inherently a reassurance to people who are scared. Like if you were to get on a plane and somebody's scared to fly and maybe it's their second flight and you're like, hey, listen, we're not going to do a safety briefing. We're just going to sit down. Thanks a lot, everyone. Would those high anxiety flyers be like, oh my God, like now I'm more scared? And so sometimes, going through a preset number of, let's say, vital signs is a reassuring thing, even if you're looking at low back pain where essentially vital signs aren't going to play any role. You know what I mean? But like putting on the blood pressure cuff and listening for the pulse and listening for the breathing and stethoscope makes somebody feel reassured, even though it's totally disconnected from this thing. Like the safety briefing in a plane, like if a plane really crashes, is any of what you said really going to matter? It's
screaming.
So, yeah. And if we crash, like I don't think are going to reference back. They're going to find the first open spot and run for it,
And then they're going to take their bag and their hat and they're like putting their jacket on. You're
Sure.
like,
Yeah. But in that sense, I wonder if that's something we can take away too from the airlines is like start every new patient visit with a process so that the ones who are scared get reassured and the ones who aren't scared, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't take away anything, but it just doesn't matter,
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Trust Driven Insights, brought to you by Trust Driven Care. Imagine a world where all your patient communication is in one place, seamless, effortless, and on autopilot. That's the power of trust-driven care. If you're ready to streamline your practice, check out trustdrivencare.com and see what's possible. Trust-driven insights, real conversations, smarter care, stronger business.